Okay, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get the meeting going. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock. I'm going to try to record as much of the meeting as we can. And tell you what, why don't we start over here? And Bob, go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll move it on around the room.
Hi everybody, I'm Bob Cairns, 59815, President of New York.
I'm Michelle Tarantino, 63380, Connecticut.
Jeff Cardwell, 54265, Tennessee.
Brad Blaine, 39993. No, I left the 9 out. 3999. Kentucky.
Lynn McGill, 70364, President of Illinois. Lori Tellman, 62797, Indiana.
Jeff Pittsburgh, 79684, Michigan.
Bruce Barrington, 42859, Wisconsin.
Angela Sweeney, 69453, North Carolina.
Ann Harrison, 75822, Delaware.
Jess Kling, 78271, Maryland.
Lori Palo, 66475, DC.
Good morning, everyone. Lillian Chang, 72962 from Virginia.
Amy Buckman, 63224, from Arizona.
Derek Toy, 78199, Kansas.
Terry Rowland, 67003, Missouri.
Sharon Walker, 77823, Colorado.
Cindy Empting, 65595, Oklahoma.
We'll go back here to the back of the room.
Louis Allers, 45976, Iowa.
Angie Jelinek, Chief Mentors Editor, 60570. Mary Allred, 46602. I'm the Mentors Features Editor.
Cheryl France, 57391, Chair Sweepstakes.
All right, thank all you guys for coming in. I know we've got a big weekend ahead of us. I know that the Kansas Senate has put on a lot to make this weekend wonderful, and I hope that you guys are going to avail yourselves of the different things that they're offering, like the dinner theater and stuff tonight. Now, with no further ado, if Senator 60570, Mentor's Chief Editor Angie Gillette, if you'd come up here and we'll let you have the floor.
I'll try to be quick and a little painless. Just a FYI, Mentors articles are due a week from today, the 24th. There is a little misprint in the e-news. It's not October 1st, it's the 24th, and that's including any ads that you have, especially the Christmas ads. There's your region VPs will probably be talking to you about putting in an ad as a region. A lot of people, states do that, or regions do that. And also you can do an individual ads if you want to. There's a few people that do individual ads. And that, the listing, I do have a listing of the pricing. There's also the prices are in the last Mentors. Newton has a whole bunch of them, so if anybody wants to look, they're right in the back of the issue. So, yep.
What's the publication date?
The plan is if we have all the articles in by the 24th, I send them out to my girls, the editors, and hopefully they'll back within a week or two at the most. Plan is to hopefully have it to Newton before Thanksgiving, so that it'll be out beginning of December, depending on your mail service.
Before Christmas is the expectation.
Yes, before Christmas is the plan.
Okay.
I don't guarantee the postal service, because last year a few people, even though we had it out before Christmas, some people didn't get it until like February, which I don't know what was with the postal service and stuff and that. And then this last issue, I guess there's a few people that got shredded issues. That was the postal service too. So there's extra copies, a whole bunch of them. So like I said, Newton has them on his stand out there. So if you need extra copies, take extra copies too, so you can take them for your new members, so we can get them cleared up, because they told me I have to take them back with leftovers, and I'm like, I'm flying. I'm not taking back cases of magazines. So take them with you guys. Lots and lots. Otherwise, yeah, the 24th. Make sure you have, Mary wants to talk about the features area. If you're sending in pictures of your group or your events or anybody and stuff like that, please send them as off of your camera, or off, I know a lot of the phones nowadays are really good pixels and stuff like that. Send them from that realm or of that type of, that they're better pixelated pixels, because if you take them from Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and stuff like that, they reduce down the pixels so bad, by the time I would get it from there, I'd have to put them in as big as my thumb in order for them to actually look fine. So we need a good quality. And then please have your names and Senate numbers / friendship numbers included, so I know who the people are. Or we'll probably get it sent back to you, like, I need to know who these are. I don't know everybody, and there's still even national officers, there's times that I'm like, I know that person, but I can't think of the name right now when I'm trying to put the names in there, so. Other than that, 24th is the deadline, tell everybody so they know that it's next Friday by midnight Central Time, so make sure everybody's in. We were really good this last issue. 99% of the people were in. There was just a couple that came in, but they were like 6 hours late, so I still took them. So, but, just be on time, please. And I think Mary will have about the features. She looks over the empty chairs, the new senators, and the feature senators areas.
Does anybody have any questions for Angie?
Yes, just one. I
Yes.
can't remember, what am I covering, what months?
Oh, months will be basically go December through April, May-ish, because the next issue, articles will be due in March, I believe, and then that'll be more, hopefully out by beginning of May, but then that'll be the one right before the end of the year and stuff like that too, so.
What's our word count target this time?
Word counts, we're kind of keeping it the same. I think what presidents was 300, 350, something like that. 350, 400, yeah. I mean, if you're shorter, that's fine, because this is a bigger issue usually, because there's a lot of Christmas ads and everything. On the website, there is a PDF file, a PowerPoint presentation that you can look at that has all the numbers and stuff and the dates and everything. One thing I'll mention, and we'll talk about it again in Melbourne, the date for the one after the convention for next year's, I mean, this is talking way future, that date will be changed because I didn't realize that the convention was the last week of June, and I usually have the deadline like the last Friday, and that would be like the next day when you got done with the convention, so we'll probably have to push that date a little bit for it, so.
Here's a copy if you want.
Oh, she's got
Pass it
a copy of,
around.
oh yeah, if anybody wants to look at that. Lori was good and nice, oh, the mentors training, yeah.
And the PowerPoint's on the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, and then the different sizes of the ads and everything too. Good perusal.
That's on the website. So
That's on the website, yeah, it's under, other links, I believe, and then there's mentors business ones, and then there's also farther down, there's, mentors, just mentors editor one, something like that. It's called.
Angie, I had a couple presidents ask me, there's been some talk about senators getting themselves moved over to digital and getting off of the printed copy. But the question has been how many, because I'm sure there's a breakover point on printing, and how many would have to come off of the printed to go to digital to make a difference in saving money for the.
That would have to be a Newton question. I mean, I
Gotcha.
can go see if I can find him when Mary's talking and see if he can maybe answer that one. Yeah, it'd be nice, you know, if people want to, get the email version, you just have to contact Lowell. That's also on the website. There is a link on there too to switch to just the email version, so you can get it probably faster than you get it by the mail. That's the only thing is you have to print it out if you want to print it out, and then you use up your color ink a lot on that stuff, but.
That is a good question. Should we be making a push to have our members switch to electronic? Because I haven't heard
Yeah.
of what, is there a?
I guess I get it both ways right now, you know, because I'm doing it, I get the hard copy and I like the hard copy, but I mean, there's a lot of people that like to get the electronic version because then they can read it on their tablets and I think the way Lowell, and that's kind of more of a Lowell webmaster question, Lowell and Allison, about how, how it shows up on their, your tablets and stuff like that too, so. My understanding, it does work pretty good and everything. I just usually do it on my computer. I just quick look at it, see that it looked right to what I had on my screen in the program, that it looks right on the PDF or the version that they're sending out and stuff too. So I mean, yeah, if you want it, I guess push for it, that'd be great. But let me go get Newton, I think he's
Sure.
probably next door, and he can probably see what the cutoff is for expense-wise.
What's the readership numbers when you switch from paper to digital? I would think your number of people that actually would read an issue on digital would go
Be
down
more,
significantly.
probably.
Oh, you think more?
I think it'd be less.
I think it'd be less.
Less, do you think?
Yeah, I think it would be,
Yeah.
because paper copy, you can carry around with you.
Carry around with it.
And-
Because I think the last I heard, and this was like last year, I think there was maybe 250 to 300 people that got it by electronic out of the 7,000, I think, that they print up, something like that. So it's not, you know, a
It's
whole
different.
lot yet getting it, but there's, you know, and then the other thing is the husband and wife versions too. A lot of people, you know, have done, just sent to one to us instead of 2 copies too, so that kind of cuts down too, but, I mean, yeah, you're probably right, yeah, people will get the link and they'll just go, I'll get to it another time, and then they forget about it, because it's hard copy, you got it right there, you can, when I did the Rough Rider magazine for North Dakota Senate, or North Dakota JCs, it used to be like a paper version and stuff, and then when I started it, I did it in magazine form, because my thing was, this way I can read it when I'm in the bathroom. Easier to read. So it was kind of a dumb excuse to switch it, but it was like easier to work with too instead of doing the newspaper setup and stuff and that too. So yeah, but yeah, that's true. I never thought about it. Which would be more read, the paper copy or the electronic version? So.
And there were some questions previously about getting the digital form of the magazine, and you can. I know currently that they're not allowing you to get the printed copy and the digital copy. It's one or the other, and they've explained what that is. But when you go onto the national website, you can't get the most current one, but you can get the one prior to that and all those behind it. And so those are available on the website if you want to go look at them.
Yeah, the newest one gets put out there. I don't know how soon after it went actually out for publication, probably when the next one comes out. So, you know, beginning November, December, then the August version will be put out there then to see if people want to go out there to get it. If there's something that you missed or lost your issue and that too, so. But anybody else on those items that was not prepared to answer, but figured it out with everybody's input?
All right, there's no other questions. Mary Allred, Senator number 46602. She's the Mentor's feature editor. She'd like to say a few words. Mary, if you'd hold on for just a minute. If y'all welcome with me the president of the USJCI Senate, Senator number 58312, Mr. Mike Andrews.
I was wondering who came in the room. How's everybody doing? Oh, this is way too big of a you. Glad to see everybody here. Glad to see you guys are traveling. They're seeing Facebook. There's stuff all over Facebook. It's fantastic. I need a favor from you guys. You're having all these great events. You post all these things on Facebook. They do us no good to make a slideshow. Stealing pictures from Facebook are blurry, they're grainy, they're great like this, they're not great like this. Send copies of the photo, originals, either picture by picture, or getting a hold of Kate Patterson, or getting a hold of Angie, or Maureen Needenthal. She's our photographer, she's not here this week. She had some family things they need to take care of. So I have 2 lovely assistants that have volunteered at great expense to me to have them here.
Gummy bears.
So they will be working with the regions for their photographs on tomorrow. But the pictures, so that way we can have a nice year-end slideshow. And remember, I don't have to be there to send the pictures in. In fact, I just assume not be in most of the pictures. So that way people can see what you're doing, what kind of fun you're having in your states. Any questions for me? Any comments?
Does Marlene, if she comes to an event,
Maureen.
does she, Marlene? Maureen?
Maureen.
Sorry, thank you. When she comes to an event, does she create a folder of those pictures to where?
She has, if you get a hold of her, you can get a hold of those pictures. She sends them on.
She puts them
But that's after she takes them back home and runs them through her computer and crops them.
Right.
And she may take 1,000 pictures, we may only see 50. She likes to crop them and make so everybody's centered in the picture. If there's somebody that tries to photo bomb or have the back of the head, she kind of takes them out so they're kind of clear pictures.
So you're not in any pictures?
That's what it is. That's what I'm telling you. You might as well not send them with me in it, because I ordered her to Photoshop me out and put somebody that's good looking in there. Any questions, concerns, comments? Everybody enjoying themselves? And is my, I see somebody got toothpicks for her over there? Because I know she's only got about 2 hours sleep.
I'm awake.
Did you learn a valuable lesson? Not to do it again.
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh, you are a sadist. I have been to a few of your states for projects that you've had or meetings that you've had. I've had a great time. The hospitality's been fantastic this year. I've only been home 2 weekends since July 1st. That was July 1st weekend, the 4th of July, and Labor Day. So I've had great hosts and great hospitality for everybody. So it's been great. Let you guys get back to what you guys need to do. See you guys later.
Be sure to grab you a pie. We got a table full of pie over there.
I can still think, now you're making me feel like I'm really big.
President Mike, can we go too far? Can we do a group shot with you and the president? The pie?
I heard you back there.
Gonna do a photo? You want everybody down there? Or
Yeah, we can go back there and you guys can all be behind.
everybody up here? Come on down.
You also have movies too.
I'll come up here. She's coming in. I'll come in.
Okay.
We're doing, everybody going down there or come down here?
All the tall people in the front, short people in the back.
Yes.
So we're going that way?
That's the way I like it. This way.
Going up there.
Okay, we're going that way. Okay.
You're going this way. We want a group sitting down.
Okay.
Alright, Mike's not talking, so we can get these guys back in their meeting. Can I have the pie in my chair, like in the center somehow? Yeah. Can you get everybody?
You gotta get her, that's Mike and, okay.
Just for the photo op.
Yeah, I did. We continue. Sorry.
Forget I got get in the picture. Oh, no, I thought you were a present trying to sneak out.
No, I was gonna go in direct traffic, but if you can't see her, she can't see you, so,
Where are they?
oh.
Look in the middle.
Half look, everybody on the left, look left.
So when the one on the right's taking the picture, look at the left.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys. What you need.
All these in a row. Yeah, yeah. Protocol, protocol, protocol. Okay, we got to get going because we're going to be out of here in a little bit. So at this time, if you give your attention to Mary Allred, Mentor's feature editor.
All right. As far as my job is, as far as the mentor goes, of course, I have new senators. So if you have any new senators in your state, please send those in with a little bio about them and a picture so we can get them in the mentor. Of course, obituaries, if any of your senators have died that are active on your rolls, make sure you get those in so that we can make sure that they get in too. Also, we do a feature senator. So if you have somebody in your state that is doing a wonderful job, maybe not necessarily in JCs or in the Senate, but something that they do in their city or whatever, and we can do a big write-up about them and put it in the mentor. You have any questions about anything, you just let me know. Yeah.
Just a question for you about the empty chair for those who have passed. Is there a limit on what we send in if we don't have an actual obituary for you?
I do my best to go and pull up obituaries from the website and go from there. You know, if you have something, send it in. You know, that would be better than that. Empty chairs are down to 100 words, so I do a lot of reducing down and stuff on that. And I hate that because I know they need to be recognized just as well as everybody else. But anyhow, that one is 100 words, but I might go a few words over or whatever, you know. So, but yeah.
Everything gets sent to mentors at usjcisenate.org too, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, then Angie sends it to me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, any other questions?
I'm not president, but I just, for informational, the empty chair is also limited to people who are members of the Senate.
Members, yes.
I mean,
Right.
you guys
Yes,
have a
active
Senate.
members, yes.
Those that are on the actual 7,000 list of who's actually paid dues. As of June 1st, I believe they usually go back to those.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Let me ask you a quick question. Okay, so on the Coral Gables list, we've got a senator, this is a hypothetical, we've got a senator out there that has never joined that state senate. Okay, and then we go get that person to go ahead and join and become active. Okay, are we doing only brand new senator photos, or would that qualify also?
As a brand new senator?
Yeah, because they've never been a member of the state or national organization.
They are their first
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That's part of the application dues, that they're a member for 1 year.
In your state?
Every state, when you pay money to make them a senator.
I've never read that on the application.
Nor have
I read it last night.
There are states that do not run their senatorships through their Senate organization, which means there are people who can get a senatorship done and never join your state or national organization.
And never know about it.
That's what,
Yes.
sometimes the Senate doesn't even know.
Right.
I guess we'd have to see how many, I mean, right now it's been pretty much new senators that have just received, so they're all the 70,000 club.
Yeah.
Basically, a lot of them, so I guess we never, it would depend on how many we would have. I mean, it'd be great to have a big group there, and then we'd have to cut the bios down on those a little bit then too, so.
It's just a hypothetical.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good thought, I mean, I never thought about it, nobody's brought that up before, so we'll have to maybe talk about it and see and.
But guys, we definitely want to get the new senator's picture and bio in there, because that's the way to get them to your meetings, get them active, get them activated. And I know it's a little bit of extra effort, but you just never know which one of those guys and girls is going to be a spark plug out there and be your next best state president. And so take a few minutes and go ahead and put that out there. That's a great deal.
All Any other questions? Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mary. Okay, we've got the mentors here. Who hasn't had a chance to donate to mentors?
Jesse needs it back.
I forgot to put my name on it.
So,
Sure.
so who hasn't had a chance to have the mentors on those? Oh, he's oh, I'm just playing with it.
Maureen's email address, if you want me to give it to them.
Hey, that'd be great. That'd be great. She's got Maureen's email address. She's gonna sound it off here in a second if you want to jot that note down.
So it's Maureen Niedenthal, it's also in the directory, but it's N as in Niedenthal, Nancy, I-E, D as in David, M as in Mary, O-E as in elephant, 22 @gmail.com. It should be in the directory as well, because she's listed as the official photographer.
Okay. Speaking of directories, I know that we've all received the PDF copy of the directory out there, and that's great. And if you're using that and you're happy with it, cool, no problem. I know that my year's president, the hard copy, I had it with me. It was in my briefcase all the time. It was on my desk all the time. It was in the truck with me when I was traveling because I never knew who was going to be calling or who I needed to call. And I got 5 phone calls driving up here yesterday of people wanting to know contact information and different things. And I highly, highly recommend it. It's $5. It's a good investment. He's not making any, Newt's not making any money off these directories. My past couple directories, I highlight information, make notes, and you just never know who the next person is that you need to find that you weren't thinking about, and you're not next to your computer, and if you want to print out that big old copy and roll it up and put it in your back pocket, that's cool. This is a real neat way to have the directory, though. Newt's got them out there at the table. I highly recommend you grab one. Just putting a plug out there for the directories. Okay.
Pat, when I tried to get a directory last night, Newt said that he's got a wait list right now.
Wow. I saw 4 bundles of them on his table.
Well, but you suggested we pre-order. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
probably brought a lot of reserve.
Yeah, they may be reserved. I don't know. Okay. Just check with him and see. I assumed that he had extras with him, so I would think. But, okay. Marcia, how are you doing? Please welcome with us Senator number 47528, the E-News editor, Marcia Phillips.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
It's not Marisha, like I've been calling her for 2 years.
Okay, good morning. How are y'all?
Doing great.
First thing I'm gonna do is give you an email address, and you're gonna write it down, and maybe tattoo it on your hand. And I have to read it because I forget, because I'll tell you why. e-news@usjcisenate.org. Now that is the official e-news email address. If you get communication back from me, it may come from an AOL address that kind of looks similar. That's because I have it roll over to an AOL account, and so when I respond, it comes back from what it rolled over to. But use the usjcisenate.org one. That way, if something happens to me on the airplane on the way home, somebody else can get to it. That's the reason for using that address. So that's the first point. Second point, is there anybody who does not receive e-news? Is there anybody who doesn't know what e-news is? Why am I here? Is there anybody who does know when it comes out?
Every 2 weeks.
Say again? It doesn't come out every 2 weeks. It comes out on the 1st and the 15th. Some months that it's screwed. Does anybody know what the deadline is?
The date 3 days before?
Say again?
The date
and whine really well. So I'm gonna tell you, they're not all in on time because some of them still operate on JC time. But that's where we go with that. E-News is intended to get out information that is short, sweet, current. You'll notice that some people have gotten in the habit, I'm gonna talk to them, about talking about something that's really far in advance coming up, and they give long, involved information about it. And unless it is a national meeting, that E-News is kind of not really, they need to give me short, sweet, so that you read it quickly and move on to the next thing. I don't want you getting bogged down in really long details. So it's always a work in progress. My goal is always to have it for you to read with your morning coffee. That doesn't mean I stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning doing it. I am able to schedule when it's going to come out. We do have some issues with some of the mail servers, email servers. AOL and Yahoo in particular apparently really don't like the list server that we're currently using. So that may mean that we end up changing. That may mean that the whole thing becomes a little more challenging again for me. But if you don't receive e-news relatively early in the day on the 1st to the 15th and you realize it, please feel free to contact me. That's how I know. I don't object to it, it's how I know. Plus, it gives me your email to be watching for a little bit and see if it's going through. Anybody who wants to get e-news is welcome to do so. But we ask that they sign up themselves. Go to the website. What's the website? Oh, they're so good. And homepage, bottom, on a phone, it's all the way at the bottom. On a computer, it's the bottom right. It says subscribe to e-news. Click there. It works, again, because this is an automated society we live in, it works much better if each individual does it themselves. Because somehow or other, the World Wide Web knows they asked for it rather than I sent it to them, that I forced it on them. They think it makes a difference. Any questions? Yes?
So, the information that you send to e-news to have published, do you want it to just strictly be about events? Do you want it, like, can you say, hey, Missouri, hello from Missouri or whatever, or just, send me pics if you came to my event or things like that?
There's always a chaplain's article in there. So if you're talking about any kind of news like Missouri's doing great and hopes you all are too, that's called good news.
Okay.
And it belongs in the chaplain's report.
Okay.
You know, if you've got somebody really special in your organization, you want to make sure you wish them a happy birthday or an anniversary, again, that's good news for the chaplain's report. So it goes to the chaplain first, and the chaplain sends it to me. If it's sad news, same thing. If it's somebody in need of prayer, somebody in need of thought. But definitely we have a part for congratulations. Somebody's gotten recognized in their job and you want to let them know, that's where it goes. Events, we skate a fine line on what we publish in e-news. As Angie will tell you about mentors, there are rules. Ours are different. The way e-news looks at it is we will put anything in there that is an event that a Senate organization is the beneficiary of. If you're running an Apple Festival booth and you want to encourage people who might be in your area to come work in the Apple Festival booth the weekend of October 24th to the 26th, I don't know if that's a weekend, you're welcome to put that in there because it benefits your Senate organization. But if you are, as a group, going on a cruise and you're going to gather up and go as a group of senators, yay, good fun, the cruise line is benefiting, so you're advertising for them. So we don't run those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So looking for, if it's somebody that's benefiting, if it's a Senate that's benefiting, that's fine. Advertise anything you want to. If it's a business Center. Is everybody doing any news type of distribution? Is anybody not doing it and wants to know how? I'll tell you who to talk to. Get with me later. We can sit and talk. We'll get Lowell, who is way more tech savvy than I am. I am totally dependent on Lowell about, I don't care what his title is. He stays with me. We're together. We're a package. If he retires, I'm going to. See you. Thank you.
If you accidentally click on your e-news and delete it, you can go to the Senate webpage and go to publications, and the e-news is there, and you can download it in PDF format. And so, and all the historical copies are there also. And so, yes, ma'am.
You guys have asked a question on the electronic version versus the paper version. I just talked to Lowell, and he actually can keep track of who opens the electronic version and who doesn't. So right now he says about 250 people that do get electronic, but he doesn't know the exact number, but he can tell you if people are opening it or not. If they're reading it, that's another question, but that's on their own, but it's not going into their junk or whatever and stuff in that too. So he says a majority of them are actually looking at it and stuff that did order it by electronic version. So.
Okay.
FYI, so if you wanted to, push it more in your state or not, push it in your state and stuff too. So.
All right, thank you. If you're with me, Senator number 57391 is Cheryl France, President of the, head of the President's Sweepstakes Program. We'll make you President, promise.
Who doesn't know about sweepstakes? I'm here, there are a couple of reasons I'm here this morning. First of all, on behalf of the committee, I'd like to thank all of you that have already held sweepstakes in your states and have sent the money into Lori. We greatly appreciate it. I will be announcing tomorrow where we are into funds raised for our goal for the year. We are ecstatic right now as to where we are. I have to say that. And the only reason that is because of the presidents and the regions and the individuals that have been mailing their stubs and checks back to us. If your members ask you, did you send out this envelope? It comes from National to our 7,000 plus members. I think it's made a difference this year because thanks to Newton outside, we put the JC Senate logo on the outside of the envelope. I really think it's made a difference so far with what we're getting back. So hopefully we're going to continue with that. Second, for my prize people, they are not able to make it this weekend, but as a state president, you should have gotten an email recently from from Vanessa Pensley. She sent it out to all the presidents, asking for prizes for donations for the year end. If a state or an individual donates up to a $100 prize, you are given 4 free tickets. You will get 2 free tickets in the pot once you make the donation pledge, and then 2 more once we actually receive it in hand. You do not have to wait till the year end to give it to us. You can give it to us at any given time. And we're equal opportunity, so we take gift cards, we take cash. Actually, gift cards are very easy and people really like the gift cards, but if there's something special from your state that you want to put a basket together that's up to a $100 value and donate to sweepstakes, we would gladly accept it, okay? The more prizes we have at the end of the year is better for everybody who's now made their donation and purchased their tickets throughout the whole year. The grand prize is $2,000. We might be handing out more depending on what we totally raise for the rest of the year. So I won't know that until the end of the year. But right now we have 2,000 and whatever prizes. We have, I want to say approximately 20, maybe 25 confirmed donation pledges already. We are hoping to get to 100 before the end of the year. We're only in the first quarter. So that's that. Second of all, and here in the room, you get to know the secret. And the secret is the deal. From on sweepstakes, and yes, we're allowed to do deals this year. And this deal goes until the end of the calendar year, so the end of 2021. And it deals with $100, okay? If an individual makes a donation of $100 total right up front, they will be given 3 for every 25, so that's 12 tickets for your $100 donation. Okay. If you're back in your state and you're running the $5 sweepstakes deal, once you hit that $100 mark in collecting your $5, you again can hand out 3 tickets for every $25 collected. But you get up to the $100 mark. If it doesn't, it goes back to the 1 for 15 or 2 for 25. So the deal is an extra, yes.
Okay, so if an individual walked up to you today and said, here's $100.
You're getting 12 tickets.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ah,
12 tickets.
that's nice.
Okay. So that's our deal until the end of the calendar year, so December 31st, 2021. I'll be talking to you again in Melbourne, and we'll see where we are, and, might not, but, might be a little better, I don't know, just depends on where we are, but right now, that's the deal.
All right.
So, does anybody have any questions? Do you want to write down my email? Sure. So if you ever have any questions, that's another thing. Nebraska, is Nebraska's president?
No.
They think, okay. When I jumped on the Zoom call the other night, she asked me if I would give her an article for their quarterly newsletter. I did it. So I said it. If any of you want something from me for your newsletter, let me know. Don't tell me, my memory not good. Okay? We gotta need to write it down. So my email is Cheryl, Cheryl, my last initial F, then my Senate number, 57391 @gmail.com.
Will you have that new special in that, if I ask you to send me something?
To post in your newsletter for
Yeah.
that, about the special?
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna go out in the e-blast for the first of the month, but
Okay.
right now we have until the end. But yeah, spread the word, tell your members, anybody, I've had a couple individuals come, if I give you $100, what are you giving me? Well, now you know. You give me $100, you're getting 12 tickets right now.
So
So,
the email that you said was sent out, I just checked.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it from Vanessa?
I don't think I got it.
Okay, I'll have to check, because I know she said she was sending it to anybody, state presidents, appointed officers. I know there are a couple that have been telling me they've gotten it. Some have already responded back, but I'll double check.
You're talking about the $100 donation from the state
For
for a prize,
prizes,
right?
for prizes.
I saw it someplace. I can't say that I got it on an individual article, but I read that somewhere in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I
The only
usually
thing you
do
would
it
have seen was in an
Vanessa.
email.
Okay.
I think it was in an e-blast or something.
I probably put it in the e-blast, but Vanessa Tinsley, one of my prizes, she was supposed to be sending it to all the state presidents and appointed officers that were in the directory, and I'm getting there. Asking and saying, so if the state wants to donate, Jess, I'm gonna use you, I know, because, Maryland has it in her budget usually, I'm past President Maryland. Maryland has it in her budget usually, so, we made that donation. So, if your state can handle it and put it in the budget, if it's an individual that comes up and hands me, you're gonna get the 4 free tickets. So, that's how that's gonna work.
Okay, all you presidents that need more tickets, raise your hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so, this weekend, we're gonna be out in white shirts, but right now you can look for us in our tie-dye shirts. We're gonna show up today in them, and we are gonna be out and about, so if you need more tickets, Lori Oakland is here, she has them, I am carrying them too. So please stop by and see us, we're gonna be out and about today. I can't tell you how many people I've had come up, I'm giving you a prize, so I'll see you tomorrow, I'm giving you a prize, I'll see you tomorrow. I was like, yes, see me tomorrow. We're gonna keep a list, so we have a list. So everybody who donates a prize does get recognized for it. And at the end of the year, Florida donates a $100 prize, and Polling for Florida gets recognition that they donated that prize that night. Party theme. The Region Party theme is going to be announced this afternoon at the executive committee to the region director, region MVP, sorry. And so check out your MVP later today and they'll tell you so you guys can get to work. We're very excited about the theme and we can't wait to announce it today. So we're looking to have a big party at the end of the year. We're excited about it. Okay, anybody else have any questions? Okay, again, thank you. Every little bit helps and we always appreciate it. Good.
Carol, we certainly appreciate you. There's a pie on the way out. Okay, we're getting close to wrapping this up. I know all the golfers are biting at the chomp to get out the door because they got to be out of here by 10. So, one thing that I'd like to remind all the presidents is that room 918, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, we're going to have a little president's reception. It's not required, okay? It's a come and go. We're going to have some beverages and we're going to have some snacks. Bring your business cards if you want to swap business cards with the other presidents and stuff. It's time to kick back, relax, be yourself. There will be no agenda. There will be no speakers. You know, it's just a casual thing. And if you want to be there, great. If you don't want to be there, nobody's going to ding you, okay? So, but I know that when I was president, I really, really appreciated when they did that and we could get together, sit back and relax. Yes, sir.
What time was that again?
10 o'clock.
I thought that was on Saturday night.
I'm sorry. I lost track of my days. Yes, Saturday night. Sorry.
When you hit the 9th floor, take a left off the elevator and a left. It's halfway down the hall on your left.
There you go. We'll have some beverages, some beer and some wine and some soft drinks and water, that kind of thing, and some snacks and stuff. And so, you know, come by, relax, dress code, dress however you want. Come in your fluffy house shoes and pajamas if you want. I don't mind. But anyway, and we don't want to cut into your entire evening of going to hospitalities and visiting with everybody. And I know President Mike really wants you guys to go to hospitalities and visit and hang out with everybody. But I'd already planned this, and I told him I wasn't canceling it. So anyway, oops, it's recorded. Anyway, so we've got about 7 minutes left. Any of you guys have anything that you want to bring up? Yes.
I do. So in Indiana this year, we're trying to increase the attendance at our meetings. So everybody is welcome to attend our meetings. We're doing what we call a lotto attendance raffle. And for every time you attend one of our meetings, you get a chance to win one of two fabulous prizes. One being full registration to year end in Louisville. The other one would be Friday night banquet in Louisville. So the winners get their choice, and the first winner gets their choice, and then the second winner gets the second prize. I have registration forms for Louisville for year end. If anybody wants them, if you want to pass them around. And the next two, or the other two meetings that we have coming up in Indiana this year are our joint meeting with Kentucky, which is also in Louisville, and that's January 28th, 29th, the week after Melbourne. So if you don't get to go to Melbourne, you can come to beautiful Louisville in the winter. And our other one is we're hosting the Region Spring Fling. So Region 5 Spring Fling is in Indianapolis, March the 18th through the 20th, and we'll have our state meeting at that. We'll also have registration forms for that too.
Excellent, excellent. Also, you know, when you come to these national meetings, if you have a registration form for a program that's going on in your state, Newt has been really nice and flexible about letting different states put their information out on the table out there, and so don't let that bother you. I know people are, I don't know if I should, if somebody's going to snap at me, if this is not good protocol, whatever. No, put it out there and get the information out there, and you'd be surprised. Some people, I know in Texas, we got people coming in from California and all over, to the functions there in Texas by putting the sheets out there. I know we got a lot of Oklahoma and Kansas people that came in, and so be sure to put your information out there, and people will grab it up. And some people they just like to travel. Anyway, Anybody got anything else? Go ahead.
Just want to remind everybody that DC's having our meeting this afternoon at 2:30 in the Burke Room. You're all invited to come. See if you're not doing anything else.
The BC meeting, District of Columbia, cool. All right, BJ.
Just want to remind you, come to sunny Florida in January for winter boards. We are having it in Melbourne again because it's close to the ocean, and so you can enjoy. And we can't guarantee hot weather, but it's usually a lot warmer down there than a lot of places at that time of the year. But anyway, just wanted to, and we have a booth set up outside, so go by and see the folks at the booth, and they will have. We're selling pins this year for winter boards that are the American flag and United States. You'll see them, they'll be selling them out there. But we just wanted to invite everybody to come and enjoy Florida with us.
Hotel rooms are going fast. They caught me out in the hallway yesterday and said, we're down to just a handful of rooms. If you want to be at the host hotel, you need to make your reservation right now. Went in, sat down, and made my reservation. And the thing is that, if you're on the board or whether or not you can go or not, go ahead and make the room reservation. If you can't, then get back in touch with them and let them have the room back, and it won't cost you anything. But at least if you do get to go, then you'll be at the host hotel instead of the overflow hotel. And the last convention they had down there was beautiful, it was wonderful. My wife and I, during some downtime, went out to the beach area, and there was just wonderful places to go eat and visit. And look at me, I know good places to go eat. Anyway, so.
Oh, one other thing, it was talking about the rooms. Yes, the rooms are limited right now, but if you are interested in coming and want to go ahead and make your reservation, and then what you do, we'll get in touch with Jay Edmondson and Bill Hossman, and they will take care of getting you on the list to get the lower. So we're trying to work out, they're in the process of working that out right now. So if you call and you can't get in the block right now, you need to let us know so that we can get you into the block.
Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to make a brief announcement about Gatlinburg in February. Mini Nationals coming up. I believe it's the third weekend in February. Larry Norfleet, he's chairman of that project, so he would have more information. So please put that on your calendars, and hopefully love to see everyone there. The weather should be, well, it's Tennessee, and you never know. So whatever, we'll have it. We'll have fun.
Now, I'm a newbie in that area, and I don't mind saying, so isn't that the Pigeon Forge thing? Or?
Yes, it's in Pigeon Forge. I said Gatlinburg, but we,
Gotcha.
I think years ago, we used to meet in Gatlinburg, but this is going to be in Pigeon Forge.
Gotcha.
And, because the JCs are meeting that same weekend in Gatlinburg.
Gotcha.
And we'll try to have those folks come down and visit with us.
I just didn't want to get confused between the two, so it is the same thing.
Yes.
And I assume if I'm confused, it's got to be at least one of you guys that didn't know. And so,
Okay.
I'm going to ask
Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, the third weekend in February.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
I don't have any forms yet, but the first Saturday in March, Maryland will be having our annual Golden Oyster Roast.
Oyster roast.
All welcome to come and join us. If you want to visit Maryland sooner, you're welcome to come Halloween weekend. We're meeting with the JCs in Ocean City.
Cool.
Be a costume party.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I thought you had your hand up. Second. Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
For anybody that's sick of warm weather, January 8th, come up to Michigan. We're having our post-holiday party. We guarantee slush, snow, and salt residue on all your vehicles. Yep.
Okay.
No, it's our post-holiday party, January 8th, prime rib buffet dinner. Just a good time. It's in southeast Michigan's Detroit area, so December 20th is kind of the deadline for reservation.
Yes, ma'am.
So Missouri, Illinois have always had a tradition to where we have the basketball competitions, and so we lost our chair of that. So now we're doing a wine tour. So October 8th and 9th, we're meeting like at 11 o'clock in Marion, Illinois. So we have some information on the website, and we're going to continue that tradition to keep our relationships together. So you're welcome to come.
We're stopping at a couple breweries too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not just one.
2 days.
Yeah.
It's a
January 8th, so if anybody is in the area, you're more than welcome. It's in Dover, which is in the middle of Delaware. But I also, because the president of Pennsylvania is not here, I just wanted to make mention, the first 2 weekends in October, they help out at what is called the Apple Harvest Festival up in Biglerville, Pennsylvania, which is near Gettysburg. And they basically take care of the ice cream booth that is there. But if anybody is interested in coming, if you think you might be in the area, please find me. I have some contact information that if you want to come, we can get you in free. But it's very cool. First 2 weekends in October.
Anybody else got anything to say? At this time, I'd like to do some special recognition to Derek Toy, President of the Kansas Senate, for putting on such a wonderful weekend. I know it's not easy. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the lines we know, and we're not seeing it, okay? All we're seeing is a wonderful presentation by you and your guys, and we'll give you a big hand.
Thank you all for coming. I hope you're all having fun.
Yes.
If there's nothing more for the good of the Senate presidents, we can close by saying the creed and be led by Derek.
We believe
That faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life. That the brotherhood of man transcends the sovereignty of nations. And that economic justice can best be won by free men through free enterprise. That government should be applause rather than men. That Earth's great treasure lies in human personality. And that service to humanity is the best work of life.
Not too bad, 10:03. All you golfers can run.
Good luck.
That's great.
Okay, I'm going to take this recording and I am going to post it out on the web, and I'll send an email out with a link to everybody. So